This recipe is one of my favorite recipes inside my cookbook, The Best Grain-Free Family Meals on the Planet. It practically makes sandwiches a reality when you want to pack school and office lunches, have some toast with butter and jam, you know, the same way you'd use traditional sandwich bread. The best part is that it comes together in a blender, so cleanup is a breeze. So let's go over the ingredients real quick. Most grain-free recipes use almond flour or a lot of coconut flour. And most people complain that recipes that are coconut flour based tend to feel spongy and eggy. This recipe only uses 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, but it helps bind the ingredients without giving it a spongy texture at all. And what's great is that all you need is nuts. Easy peasy. The recipe calls for cashews, and what I love about using cashews is that the bread will be lighter and it's like the white bread version, meaning the color of the loaf is lighter and sweeter. Cashews are not the cheapest nut by the pound, so if you buy cashew pieces, especially in bulk and online, you'll save a ton. If you use whole almonds or walnuts, the flavor is a bit nuttier. Think whole wheat bread. The loaf is also a little bit denser. Now, you can totally make this nut-free by using sunflower seeds, but I must warn you that the loaf will come out a little greenish in color because of a natural chemical reaction between sunflower seeds and baking soda when it's baked. Otherwise, it's perfect. So let's add 5 eggs to the blender, then the cashews, melted coconut oil, coconut flour, baking soda, salt, and a little honey. Making sure you put the ingredients in that order to ensure even blending. Turn it on medium speed and then progress to high until all the ingredients are blended into a batter. Now that everything is combined, we are gonna add the apple cider vinegar and we just blend enough to combine. I have this 7x3 pan right here. Now these smaller pans are essential if you wanna bake grain-free breads. I want you to see that the pan is much smaller and shorter than a traditional bread loaf pan. If you bake this bread in a traditional pan, you'll get a much shorter and wider slice. And it's okay, it tastes great, but it's not good for making sandwiches. So it's definitely worth buying one of these smaller pans for less than $10 so you can make your own bread every single week. I've lined the pan with parchment paper and greased the sides for easy release. Now all we have to do is pour our batter inside of the pan and bake it for about 45 minutes. After 25 minutes, however, you're gonna want to cover the bread with some foil to prevent it from browning. Once it's finished, you remove it from the oven and wait for it to cool down to room temperature prior to slicing. One of the reasons I line it with parchment paper is so once it's cool, I can simply lift and slice. What's great is that you can simply spread some butter onto the bread, or you can toast it the next day to give that toast-like texture that we all love. And my friend, you can even slice it and freeze it. This particular recipe holds its texture really well. Yum, delicious. For the recipe and measurements, check the description box right below this video. And while you're down there, look left and click on the red subscribe button. A new video comes out every single week. See you next time.